Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our virtual meeting. Okay, feeding our board how to be the student to speak virtual English class. I'm so glad to have your today. This is ideal, special in shared experience, reference, and discover how we can motivate our students to speak English with confidence, even in the tourist virtual environment. Okay. Today we are going to be with Dr. Paula. Okay. Thank you for your great for to learn and today. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Okay, during my teaching practice, I we observe that many students participate very little in oral activities during online English class. They show fear of making mistakes, like with our exposure to English outside the classroom, and sometimes face technical problems such as a weak internet connection or a lack of microphones. These factors lead them to remain silent, respond only via chat, and avoid speaking, which limits their communicator development. As teacher, this situation challenge us how to find new strategies to foster confidence, promote interaction, and make speaking a natural part of learning.
Okay, now in our problem lead us to the problematic question. How can we as teacher create meaningful and safe opportunities for our students to speak English with confidence?
Okay, now talking into a code study of our problem, we will guide our opinions. In my experience, students avoid speaking English because they associate it with my perfection. They believe that if their pronunciation is correct, of they usually one verb tense, other will do thing. This means it prevents they from talking rights, as a result, they sat silent or only type in the chat. I believe that as teacher, we must work to create a supportive classroom every month. We might take hard acceptance as part of learning, gradually incorporating participation, for example, through short and oral parrots or group speak terms, can make a big difference. Every students feel less injury and more motivation.
Okay. I can see you students sometimes had nervous had they have to speak English in front of the others. Um, they knew what have they say, but they aren't sure have the pronouns of the on the corrective. In online class, it's even more difficult because on the calls in the other students and create discomfort and the of the user. Okay, thank you.
Okay, and one of the biggest challenge of online education is managing genuine communication. When students have their cameras off, it becomes nearly impossible to interpret their facial expression or body language, which are crucial for oral activities. The lack of eye contact makes interaction feel cool and distant. However, we can notice that when teachers incorporate short moments for informal conversation, such as how are you today or what did you do this weekend, students gradually begin to speak more.
Okay, I see this problem as a great opportunity for transformation. Instead of getting frustrated by the silence in our classes, we can use it as motivation to innovate. For example, using simple games, visual resources, and role-playing activities help students express themselves in a fun and relaxed way. Teaching in virtual environment requires creativity, but it also offers the opportunity to personalize learning and truly connect with our students' realities.
Okay, dear students, in my professional experience, low oral participation isn't just a student problem. So it reflects how the learning environment is structured. Okay, when a class focuses primarily on grammar, error corrections, students stop saying English as a communication tool and being to perceive the language as a exam they can fail in any moment, right? The key is to design simple, meaningful activities that foster an emotionally safe environment. Teachers can encourage communication by offering clear example, using brief dialogues, and acknowledging effort. If students feel that their ideas matter more than their mistakes, they will participate more frequently and naturally. All right. The teacher role is to guide, not to judge, and to remind them that every attempt to speak is already a sign of progress. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, expert Paula. Now we'll take a moment for question. Okay, we can begin.
Okay.
Okay, my question is, what do you consider to be the main reason why students avoid speaking during an online English class?
So the main reasons include fear of making mistakes, lack of exposure to authentic English, and lack confidence in pronunciation. Many students also experience an anxiety about comparing themselves to others or feeling judged. In addition, poor internet connections and the absence of microphone, camera, make oral interaction difficult. So, all right, these factors combined create an environment where silence becomes the norm.
Hi, Paula. How do you think?
Hello.
How do you think teachers can create a safe space and that encourage students to speak even when they make mistakes?
Okay, so teachers should emphasize the mistakes are part of learning, right? It is important to prize effort rather than the perfections. Setting clear expectations Using humor and showing empathy helps build confidence, all right? For example, starting each class with a short discussion about the student experience, reduce pressure and humanize the interaction. It's a thing that we usually call ice breaking, all right? When you interact with the student with a different thing, um, far from the activities of the class.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay, Paula, my question is, what strategies can be used to promote oral participation when students have limited access to the internet or digital resource?
Okay. I think the simple strategy were best. Teachers can assign short audio recordings using mobile phones or WhatsApp voice notes, offline pronunciation practice with digital worship or record dialogues is also effective in this context. The idea is to integrate oral practice without relying on a real-time connection, but still provide opportunities for feedback.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay. My question is, how can group or paid activities reduce anxiety when speaking in virtual environments?
So for me, as an expert, working in small groups allow students to feel less exposed and more supported. Pair tasks, okay, such as mini dialogues or information exchange activities help a student to practice fluency without the pressure of speaking in front the whole class. It is also useful for peer connection and collaborative learning, encourage teamwork rather than the assessment.
Okay, thank you, Paula. This is a very good contribution to keep in the minds of the class. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Will they continue in the conclusions?
Okay. Cheese making has been very rich and LLPs use orange always your future teacher in conclusion. Helping students develop confidence is not just about correcting fewer misses, but about creating an environment of respect and empathy. When students feel emotional, safe, they beg to take rights and express their ideas, even if their English is not perfect. Teachers should focus on positive reinforce and help students strengthen rate that they weakens.
Okay. In kind of it said that that the students need to see the usage of the English beyond the classroom. When they talk about their routine's opinion on local short, they will become the learning rather than academic subject. Teach can motivate participation be dashing communicative tasks really the students' right and the interest. in oral communicates many of the relevance.
And my conclusion, the teacher's willingness to reflect on their own practice is very important. By identifying strategies that aren't working and trying new ones, educators not only improving students' engagement but also grow professionally. And reflection helps us balance equity with fluence and move from a teacher-centered approach to a communicative, student-centered classroom.
So, solving the problem of silence in virtual classroom requires teamwork among teachers, students, and institutions. And when teachers share experience and strategies, they inspire others and strengthen the sense professional community. Um, Students also learn that communication is a shared process that depends on the participation and support and empathy of everyone involved.
Okay, very good. And every word you dare to say is a victory over silence.
Okay, Mr. R. Prove they are learning the early read measure in the STEAM silence.
Fluency is not born from perfection, but from courage and constant practice. Okay, thank you, Esper Paula, for your insights on this topic and for guiding us in our teacher training. Thank you to all the participants for joining in this forum. Have a great weekend.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you for the invitation and thanks for coming.
Thank
Okay,
you. See you.
thank you. Bye.
See you.